Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Brently, and this is my very ever first Game of Doom beta multiplayer. I was invited last night to take part in the closed beta, and I decided to give it a whirl tonight. And this is totally uncut. It took me a while to find the game. As you all know, I am a PlayStation guy, so I'm not used to Halo or anything. To me, I don't know. It's just something I gotta get used to. You'll see in some of the gameplay, I hit a guy like 30 times, and with a heavy machine gun, it only does 9 points damage. I'm like, holy shit, you know. So maybe it's like Destiny, you got to rank up or something. I don't know. Anyway, it's free. I tried it out. Whatever. Now I'm talking to you. Anyway, let me fill you in what's going on. If you're subscribed to my channel, you know I have a new puppy, Leo. He's a good boy. He's growing like a weed. He keeps on eating like a fucking pig. And he's 3 months old, and I'm guessing he's a good 30, 35 pounds already. I just love him. He's a reverse brindle purebred boxer. I'm a boxer guy, as you all know. And he's just fitting in like one of them square pegs here. I love him to death, and that's good. Let's see what else is going on. Spring's here. I had my 41st birthday back on the March 21st. The one thing I really wanted I did not get, which is an apology from the Butterfly Princess. And from my understanding, I will never get, but I do have a story about her. It was about 3 weeks ago. Out of the blue, I got contacted by some guy who I guess I went to high school with, but I never met him. I never heard of him. I don't know him. From my understanding, he really wasn't a popular person, but he's a nice guy. Asking me and about her and her alcohol problems and blah blah blah. And I was kind of freaked out because I was just watching the People versus OJ, which OJ fucking did. And that's not. I'm not saying because I'm white, because I'm saying because he fucking did. And he just started asking me all these questions and whatnot. And I'll tell you the same thing I told him. The Butterfly Princess is the pathological liar. And if she's drinking, it's even worse. Anywho, so this conversation went on, and he had no idea her license was revoked. And I've got a lot of friends in law enforcement. And well, anyway, I had no idea. I knew she was in town without her kids, so she lost her kids. So the whole joint custody shit she told me was bullshit. But I had no idea she had her claws into some other guy. And I really feel sorry for him because he's going to get burned just like everybody else. But I guess the Butterfly Princess, about two and a half weeks ago, decided to drive her real fancy Infiniti SUV with California tags. And it's not like there was a bunch of snow on the ground or it was bad weather or anything. Somehow ended up in a ditch and abandoned it. Just left it on the side of the road. Now, in this part of northwest Missouri, cars like that aren't everywhere. There are some fancy SUVs, but Infinitis with California tags are extremely rare. And anywho, I guess she just abandoned the car. Local police found it, ran the tags, found the registered owner, then ran the registered owner like, oh, she's been in a lot of trouble in California. And, her license is revoked. So that right there etched her names into every law enforcement in this area's brain. Then this guy I told you about contacted me out of the blue, who I guess I went to high school with, but I have no idea who he is. I really don't. Seems like a nice guy. He was worried about her. She was held up at some hotel in town, a real shitty one, to be honest with you. And he called the cops for a wellness check. And they went over. And, well, that etched her, her name into their brain. So, it's just a sad story. I really honestly wish you'd get this monkey off her back, but I'm more worried about what she's going to do to this guy. I mean, she's playing him. It's obvious. A lot of his friends have warned him. I warned him. I was fair. I just told my story, and I'll tell you the same thing I told him. If the Butterfly Princess would ever just apologize, a genuine apology, I would quit telling my story. But it seems like every month, some guy who I don't know, I've never heard of, comes out of the woodwork and says, hey, I heard you know this person, the Butterfly Princess. Well, she said this, this, this. What's your input? You know, I'm like the expert on her. Everyone, so far I've had 13 people come to me, people I don't even know, I've never heard of, come to me out of the blue and say, well, she fucked me over too. And I'm like, you know, I'll tell you my story. And I really wish I could quit telling the damn story. But it's like, just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. That's a horrible Pacino voice, but if you've seen Godfather Part 3, you get that joke. Anywho, well, anyway, so the other day, I was going to run errands, and I saw this new guy, and I saw him driving her car, and she was in the passenger seat. I later found out she had lunch with another friend of ours, mutual friend we grew up with, and I haven't heard the details of it, but I'm sure I will. But, you know, bottom line is, like, you know, I would love nothing more than peace. I would love nothing more than bitch and moan about her. But that's not going to happen until she fucking apologizes. But anyway, this is my first ever. That's enough about that cunt. Enough about this. My very ever first game of Doom multiplayer. We won. I sucked. I got 25 whole points, I think, on this game. Anyway, I'll catch y'all next week. And y'all keep it real.